Now on BBC One Scotland, the BBC News at 1 o'clock with Sarah Campbell, and Reporting Scotland with Lucy Whyte.
Today at 1, warnings of an unprecedented El Niño weather system that could bring more storms and rain to the UK this winter. Globally, there's the potential for widespread disruption to food supplies and economies, with 2027 predicted to be the hottest year on record.
I've been involved in long-range forecasting for many years, and I have never seen an event like this in our forecasts.
Also on the programme, avoid soft-boiled or undercooked eggs if you're eating out. That's the advice from the Food Standards Agency to over 65s and the young amid an ongoing salmonella outbreak. Prince Harry prepares to be handed a hefty bill for his failed legal battle against the publisher of the Daily Mail.
It comes as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex make plans to move to the UK amid reports that Meghan will return to acting.
Faulty plumbing and broken air conditioning. The TUI river cruise passengers who say the trips they were sold left them stranded during a heatwave.
TUI know there's problems on these boats, but continue to sell them to people and continue to sell them as a full luxury cruise with no issues.
On Reporting Scotland, a banned driver who caused the death of a man after crashing into his garden has been jailed for 13 and a half years. And doctors say a new robot designed for healthcare settings could free up valuable time.
Hello and welcome to the BBC News at 1. The Met Office has warned that we are likely to see wetter and stormier conditions than usual this autumn and winter, as forecasters predict the strongest El Niño in living memory. The natural climate phenomenon sees unusually warm oceans and can increase the risks of extreme weather. Prince Harry will learn this afternoon how much he'll have to pay the publisher of the Daily Mail in costs over a failed legal battle. The Duke was one of several high-profile complainants, including Sir Elton John and Elizabeth Hurley, who sued Associated Newspapers over claims of unlawful information gathering. But last month, all those claims were dismissed. The Food Standards Agency has warned that young children, the over 65s and others who are vulnerable should avoid soft-boiled or undercooked eggs when eating out. The advice follows an outbreak of salmonella poisoning thought to be linked to imported eggs, which has killed one person and left hundreds ill. Our health editor, Hugh Pym, joins us. Hugh, hello to you. What more can you tell us? OK, Hugh Pym, our health editor, thank you. The Home Office says French police officers stopped almost 200 small boats from crossing the Channel in the 3 months since a deal was signed with Paris. The agreement included tougher tactics to stop launches and a riot squad sent to French beaches to intercept illegal migrants. Our correspondent, Tom Simons, has more. The time is 16 minutes past 1. Our top story this afternoon. Warnings: an unprecedented El Niño weather system could bring more storms to the UK this winter, as well as disruption to food supplies. And the barn owl, rescued by a British Army sailing team after it became stranded 70 miles off England's east coast.
On Reporting Scotland at 1:30, a banned driver who caused the death of a man after crashing into his garden in a stolen Maserati has been jailed for 13 and a half years. And doctors say a new robot designed for healthcare could free up valuable time.
People who spent thousands of pounds on luxury holidays have accused TUI river cruises of operating vessels with faulty facilities, including broken air conditioning. Holidaymakers got in touch with the BBC's Your Voice to say they'd been stranded in Budapest during a heatwave. Figures show the government borrowed £1.8 billion in July, much more than expected. Official forecasters had anticipated a £500 million surplus, meaning the Treasury borrowed £2.3 billion more than predicted. Economists say the figure will affect the government's efforts to ease the cost of living for households. A major search is underway after a passenger was reported missing from a cruise ship off the east coast of Scotland. Lifeboats and Coast Guard crews are searching for the man who is feared to have fallen from the Ambassador Ambition before it arrived in Dundee. Police say the passenger's next of kin have been informed. Royal Mail has missed its delivery targets again, with just 85% of first class and 92% of second class post arriving within agreed time limits in the first quarter of this year. The firm said it's making progress as it rolls out a major overhaul to scrap second class post on Saturdays. Survivors of terror attacks say they're being let down and dehumanised by the process for claiming compensation from the government. It comes on the UK's first National Day for Victims and Survivors of Terror. A barn owl has been rescued by a group of British soldiers after it landed on their boat in the North Sea, around 70 miles off the English coast. The crew couldn't change course because they were taking part in a race, but they arranged for a lifeboat to take the bird to safety. Our reporter, Robbie West, was with the lifeboat crew when they received the unusual call-out. Great. Now a reminder of our top headline this afternoon. Warnings: an unprecedented El Niño weather system could bring more storms to the UK this winter, as well as disruption to food supplies. And a titanic row over a children's slide based on the infamous maritime disaster. Now we'll have a full forecast in the next half hour, but it's time now for a quick look at the weather. Here's Helen. Hi, Helen.
Hi, Sarah. Actually, the end of the coming week's looking quite stormy at the moment, so we'll keep an eye on that. But it's distinctly cool today compared with 15-20 minutes, Sarah.
Thanks, Helen. The impact of immigration has dominated the UK's political debate in recent years, but the leaders of one Scottish town believe it could be the key to its future. The population of Greenock has been dropping for decades, and Inverclyde Council has now set out plans to bring in more legal migrants and refugees. Our social affairs correspondent Michael Buchanan reports. Now it's time to join our colleagues with the news wherever you are this lunchtime.
Hello there, good afternoon. A disqualified driver who killed a man while driving a stolen car has been sentenced to 13.5 years in prison. Fraser Garden crashed the vehicle into the garden of John Bell, known as Jack, in Broughty Ferry, fatally injuring him. Garden, who had more than 90 previous convictions, had been driving at almost 3 times the speed limit and had taken cocaine. Joanne Macaulay has more. The mother of a boy who has had his surgery at Dr Gray's Hospital in Elgin cancelled over patient safety fears says she's angry at the lack of support she's been offered. NHS Grampian said earlier this week all planned paediatric surgery at the hospital has been paused, and also revealed emergency surgery was paused in June, but the public was not informed. It comes as questions are raised over culture and transparency within the NHS in Scotland when it comes to patient safety. Well, Rebecca Curran is at Aberdeen Royal Infirmary for us this lunchtime. Rebecca, what more can you tell us? Rebecca, thank you. A robot capable of carrying out basic health checks has been piloted at a Dundee GP practice. The project is being led by scientists at Heriot-Watt University. Our health correspondent Lisa Summers has more. OK, let's find out what the weather has in store. Gillian's here. Hello.
Hi, Lucy. It's looking decent for the weekend. And for this afternoon, lots of dry and bright weather to come with some sunny spells. And it's staying mostly settled over the weekend thanks to high pressure later in the day. Lucy.
Gillian, thank you so much for that. That is it from us for now. We'll be back with Reporting Scotland at 6:30 tonight. For now, it's back to Sarah Campbell with the rest of the news at 1. Goodbye for now.
Welcome back. A visitor attraction has defended its decision to put up a Titanic-themed children's slide after criticism that it's disrespectful to those who died in the disaster. The owners say the slide is keeping the memory of the doomed ship alive. Our reporter, Nicola Hazler, has been to find out more. Well, the rain has finally arrived this week, but it'll take a lot more to restore much of the UK to its familiar green and lush appearance. Drone pictures filmed across Kent, Sussex and Surrey have captured the extraordinary impact of the long, dry summer, as Sarah Smith reports. Gosh, incredible drone footage there, isn't it? And let's cross now to Helen with an update on the weather. And Helen, I mean, those pictures really tell a story, don't they?
They do. Wasn't it stark, Sarah, actually, to see it so dry? And we need a sustained period of above average rainfall now too. So as well as bringing quite a lot of wet weather late next week, it could give some stormy weather too, Sarah.
We are warned. Helen, thank you. That's all from today's BBC News at 1. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.
Live Championship football as newly promoted Inverness Caledonian Thistle welcome title chasers Partick Thistle from 7:25 on BBC Scotland. Derby Day tomorrow in the Scottish Premiership as the Dundee clubs battle it out. Live coverage with Sports Sound on Radio Scotland from 5:45.